Hey, welcome back. So today we're going to be putting together the pivot. We're going to be putting the flap back in, and I've got everything laid out here to show you what it looks like. So this is a kit that we were able to buy. I apologize for the wind because it is super windy. We're in windy season. But anyways, flap, the rod, the crank, bushings, shims, everything we need there. So it does come as a kit to go in. These nuts and bolts here, these are 9/16, and we're just going to start putting it in. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to take our wire brush and we're going to go ahead and clean all this stuff out, and then we're going to take the brush, bigger brush, we're going to clean all this out. And the reason we're doing that is so we can give that flap a little bit of a smoother surface to move on and rotate on. So hopefully it'll last a little bit longer. But if you like what you're seeing, please like and subscribe, and let's get this sucker put back together because I am ready to turn this pivot on. It is growing season. We've got a string of 60s coming, and well, actually they're already here, and so it's time to grow some feed for these cows, and then we can go get another truckload of calves. We're just gonna try to clean all this stuff out, try to give it a better surface to rotate on. Oh man, that dang wind. All right, that looks pretty good. All right, now we're gonna just take the wire brush, scrape between the holes here where the flap is gonna ride. We're trying to break up any, any deposits that might be on there. So we're doing this to make the flap have a smoother ride. So there's the inside, kind of the prep work that we've got. Okay, so now we got to put this flap back in, and we'll show you how to do that. All right, so here's the old rod that we took out a couple months ago. And so we've got a washer, or sorry, we have a gasket with the, I don't know, the trough or whatever pointing into the pivot. And then we've got two flat washers and then a ring lock washer here. So that is what it looks like on this side. So that would be something that looks like this. Let's see if I can get all this to go. All right, so I was able to just put this ring on from the other side, and I just used a mallet to help persuade it to go on. So we'll kind of put that towards the end there. And then we've got two ring washers, like so. And then, oops. And then we've got the washer, or the gasket, that goes towards the pivot. And it goes on like this. It's something like that. All right, then from the side, let's get you lined up a little better here. So then that goes right here. About like so. And then we gotta persuade it a little bit for the washer to fit in, because you can see on this side that the washer's hanging out. So we gotta, I'm assuming, just spin it a little bit until I can get that washer to seat inside. Okay, new plan. It doesn't want to go in that way. It all fell off. So I'm gonna do it differently. I'm gonna put the washer in first. No, I'm gonna put the gasket in first. There we go. And then see if I can slide the shaft through it. Ooh, it's pretty tight. That's what creates good seals. This darn wind. can't wait for it to be over. Okay. See if I can get better leverage. Get some dishwashing soap. That sucker doesn't want to do that at all. Well, maybe if I get it started. About that either. All right, I guess I got to think about this for a minute. All right, so what I'm doing is I got the washer in, and then I've got the shaft started. And what I'm doing is I'm taking both hands and just twisting it, putting it through. About like so. I'm not sure exactly how much I gotta put all the way through it, but I think about that much, because in the ring, and then this guy, and there's not much that has to go through. Whoops, my piece fell. Other thing we got to do is the same thing on the other side, but what I need to do now is get the handle and connect it and then adjust it to see where that needs to go. Or actually, maybe I need to put the flap in. Probably, let's get the flap in. All right, so now we got to get the flap in. The flap has got this ridge on it, or this indent on one side, and then this, so it goes in like so. And I'm sure this is going to be just a hoot to get in, since it's just perfect. It's not weather cracked or anything, so this should be a hoot. Okay, so we had the flap about halfway in, but I can't get it enough to twist to get lined up. So we're gonna go get some Dawn dish soap and see if we can create a little lubricant here to get it to move. The other thing we've noticed is there's a lot of buildup on here, so I'm trying to break some of that away. But we're gonna go get some Dawn dish soap. We'll be right back. All right, so we got some dish soap here. And we're just gonna spray this on the inside. We're gonna rub this, ouch, on the inside. We'll put some on the rubber too. Actually, I think I'm gonna put this all the way inside so we have everything is slick wherever that plastic or rubber is gonna be. I think that will help. I get the camera to stand still. Hopefully this will help. If not, I've just created a bigger mess. Oh, yuck. Alright, we'll do that. We'll get this flap and see if that helps. Alright, that's about as far as I've gotten it in so far. Now we're gonna take my hammer, bonk it in a little bit.
I hope you don't bonk me with it.
It's definitely sliding way better. Now here's where we're at. Cheerio. things twist up. Down a little bit. I have to get this thing twisted up. Oh, and I got it too far in. Whew, that is definitely slipping a lot better. Okay, let's see. How do I want to do this? Maybe go underneath that shaft. I got one side too high now, naturally. That's just the way that works. Ugh. I need my hammer again. I am thinking that I may need to go and take that pin back out, put the flap in, and then put the pin back in. I don't know. I don't want to gouge up the plastic. I don't want to gouge up the rubber, because then this will be for nothing. Let's see here. We're almost up to the pin. A little crooked though. Let me see, let's see. I may need some more dish soap in the very back. Alright, let me take it out one more time. Put some soap in the further back there. So this is proving to be a royal pain in the butt. But what I have now is a flap that's past the pin. And I now need to line the holes up with the flap and see if I can get it twisted around. So that is the next step. And unfortunately, it is really hard to film because I gotta put my hand right where the camera needs to go. So I apologize for not being able to show live, but I am showing the intermediate steps. All right, so I got the bolts through. They're not threaded, but they're in. But now I need to put the handle on because we've lost all the leverage that we've got. So now we gotta put the handle on. So that, let me get the tripod unfolded. All right, so we got this. That should go through here. And this nut, let's see here. I guess goes in through here. That screws and makes that do that. And so those, one goes there, I reckon. Got a little tight. The next one goes like so. That, and then, come on, that, thread goes with it in. Nope, that's too far out. So she goes that way. Make sure this goes on. Yep, it sure does. Well, maybe I gotta put the bottom in last. Maybe it goes on like so. No, that doesn't go on there. Oh shoot, and I gotta put crap balls. I gotta put the filter or the gasket in. I'm gonna do this for now just so I can turn this. Put this in. That is really far away from where I need to go. So I'm thinking I got something on backwards. What if I go that way and that way? It slightly seems to behave a little better. I bonked on the threads a little bit, but I think I can still use it. And then this guy. There we go, that's better. This should at least get us to where I can move that flap. Get the bolts and nuts tied on, and then I can get the washers and the rubber gasket on the ends put back in. All right, so now I may have to be a little tighter. I just need you to move a little bit. There we go. Turn that sucker. Ouch. Alright, I'm trying to shade you from the wind, so I'm going to put some Dawn soap on that, and then on this, and then it goes in, like I said before, with the little valley or whatever going that way, the indent, whatever you want to call it, and then you find some old rusted out, worn out dikes, and you just slowly work it in, work those corners in, work those edges. Don't puncture it though. Okay, bottom in. Be able to work it in, push it all the way in until it's nice and flush. About like so. Put your two washers on, put your snap ring on. About like that. They gave me two of these, and I'm thinking about putting both of them on, just because I can, and I don't want to mess with this again. Okay, now I can put the handle back on. All right. back together and the bolt's tight, Henry is closing it. Closing. He's closing the flap. This would be like us running water over to the side roll in this position here. Not yet. You gotta keep going. That looks good. It looks pretty tight. That's good. That's good. It looks pretty tight all the way around. Just what we're looking for. I think this will work. We will find out here in the next couple of weeks, but I think it's much improved.